Hello, and welcome to Beyond the Rift, where we're doing our Halloween episode.
And 3,
And
1, drop.
here we are.
How surprising!
That was the scary thing. So,
Welcome to the Beyond the Rift. This is our host, Demon Machine. This is Revel Zero, and with us we have Vaniel, Forecourt Jester, and our guest today is Juicebox from the Juicebox Abel from
That's
the Killing Things community.
yes, he likes to punch people in the face and
Yep.
kick them and bludgeon them in other forms and fashions. So,
Yeah, violence is my other hobby. Yeah.
yeah.
No,
So we'll just be invisible today.
that's
What?
next week.
That's next week. Wait.
It's just a sneak preview.
Oh, it's the sneak preview for next week's Halloween episode.
Yeah.
But Halloween will
You can
be
do the
done.
Halloween episode in November?
No.
Yes.
We're gonna do
It'll
a
be All
special
Saints Day.
Saturday. Yeah. What he said.
So, thankfully, Halloween does not land on tonight, or like show night, because I would not be here. I have children to take trick-or-treating. So,
Well, Halloween's next Monday.
yeah, I know. That's why we'll be here Tuesday.
All right, so welcome to the show. I'm your host, Revel Zero. This is
Yes,
Demon-
we've already been
yeah,
over that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we've got a great night for you planned out, and a very interesting special guest. So that'll be good times.
Yep. So, League of
How
Legends.
exciting!
And my point proven immediately.
Yes. So, League of Legends turns 2 today.
Does
Vaniel, would you like to tell us a
Yes.
little bit about that, since you are the person that I have known that has played the game since
beta?
before it was even released?
Lol.
Yeah, I mean I'm just pulling up the timeline right now, so I can sort of remind me of what I've gone
Yes.
through. But yeah, I mean
The
I've
timeline.
been playing since beta. I've been here since before Nidalee and Heimerdinger, and a lot of those champions were in the game. I think we had only 20 champions at the time I started playing. So we're up over 80 now, and just in 2 years, I mean, you figure with very few exceptions, there's been a champion every 2 weeks. So it's been a weird ride. I mean, back in the day, Twisted Fate's ultimate was actually a was actually just a regular skill where he could teleport around, and
Nice.
it was pretty fun. Yeah, and like I said, we've gone over some of the bugs before. That we chuckle about now, that you have the stuff with weird people being able to stun from any from the
Make it
from the
bigger.
fountain, be able to stun everything on the screen, things like that. So, and really, you've gone from Riot being this small company with just a few players to this huge company with 11 million accounts on it, and it's amazing how far they've come.
Yeah, it really
So
is.
in as little as 2 years. I mean, you look at how long it took, for example, World of Warcraft to get to the size League of Legends has, and it took them more than twice that amount of time. So
They were also paid
hopefully
to play
it'll just
though.
keep going strong, So
Yeah, it's got a great
that's
trend.
really, yeah. I mean, and they Riot actually posted, like the timeline and everything up on the site, on their site. You can go there and look at that, and it's, like I said, it's pretty amazing what they've been able to accomplish, with the exception of something that still pisses people off, spectator mode and that. But looks like we have some news on that, so.
Yeah, we do. Some really fresh news.
Very fresh news.
You want me to just go right into that, or?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So I was actually yesterday, and I'm not sure if it was yesterday or today, but they actually added spectator mode into the public test realm. I'm actually spectating the game right now. Looks
Oh,
like
great.
right now it's on a 3-minute delay, so it's kind of
Interesting.
cool. You actually get to look at the draft, you get to see who they pick or who they ban, all of that, and then once the game counts down and starts, it shows a 3-minute timer, and then once that gets to 0, it loads up League of Legends, and you get to watch the game. So I'm actually having trouble connecting right now to actually get into there because the client's not responding, but there's some bugs that need to work out, but it's still pretty cool. I'm hoping
Yes.
that it'll be fully functional by the time the next patch comes out, because that'd be really nice, but I guess we'll wait and see. They did also, last week, they did say that they had it limited to 2 people. The game I was just spectating, there was about 10 spectators, so I think they lifted
Wow.
that cap,
Nice.
which is good.
Yeah, that is good.
Interesting.
Marvel vs. Capcom 3 doesn't even have a spectator mode. It's a feature in Ultimate Marvel. Fucking Christ. See, it's in Street Fighter 4 right now. Oh, 8 people in a lobby, 6 people watching, 2 people playing. Oh, loser go to the bottom, 2 people playing, 6 people watching. Marvel 3.
And
Hey, there we go. At least it has a good ring.
all right, so in 3, 2, 1. Oh no, I missed it. Sorry. It usually
Still
comes
not
back
back.
a lot faster than this.
What are you talking about?
Oh, his mic.
Is that like his computer, his internet, or
We haven't figured that one out.
Meeting?
No, it's not the go-to meeting.
No.
I think it's just my mic. I have no clue what that is.
No, he's back.
Yeah, he was back a minute ago. You were just counting when he got back.
Oh, damn.
Before he got back. Anyway, so
Sorry.
also I see that season 2 is starting soon. Did they announce like
yeah.
a date for soon?
Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that I saw.
Nope,
no
nothing
date.
new here. There's a
But
forest in
just
the middle,
about-
there's a couple lanes, you gotta level up before you can play, you know.
Yes.
But you know,
Exactly.
they did announce the new champion though. There's like
Yes.
a little, looks like some half dragon, half chick.
Yes.
Always a good
So-
choice.
Yeah, I mean, whether you like women or whether you like
Dragons.
animals, you're covered both ways. So you can
Animal, vegetable, or mineral, you were able to
So
I'm
play.
into
yeah, so they have a
dragon
little
chicks.
sneak peek. They have a little sneak peek with a little comic there you can look at online.
As we see here.
Yep, as you can
Yep.
see on our stream, there is the comic, in fact.
Yeah.
And really, that's about it. I think we're gonna get surprise party fiddlesticks on Thursday.
Yeah,
Finally.
everyone's looking for that.
Thankfully, it's surprise party,
Um,
not surprise butt sex.
From what I've, yeah, surprise butt sex fiddlestick. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be bad.
he busts out on him saying, "You gotta put him out."
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
I feel bad
Priceless.
for all of the viewers.
Thank you.
No,
I'm
but
sorry. We will
I
make
hope
sure that
I'm-
doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be a legendary skin, but I hope I'm wrong, because I think marketing wise it would piss a lot of people off, but
Money wise, it would be awesome.
Yeah.
money wise it would be
Yeah.
awesome for them because I'm well, I'll buy it, but a lot of people might not because of that.
You'd be surprised how similar that is to how fighting games are.
Well,
Yeah, but do you get special hats and stuff in Street Fighter 4?
Well, there are costumes you can buy. They're like
Oh, okay.
they're like $1 for a couple. Like you can see them if you don't buy them, but you can't play with them if you don't buy them.
Yeah.
So basically, it's like, look what I have and you don't. Damn,
Yeah.
I want to spend that 160 Microsoft points to get this digital sweat coat.
That kind of sounds like League of Legends.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
But
microtransactions.
it's also like their strategy.
Except-
Like, let's make the new characters really good, so you want to buy the new game. Otherwise, you don't know what you're doing.
Except they're not all $1 or 100 points, and there's over 357 of them.
Yeah, balance. What?
My money.
Who knows?
Goodbye.
Who knows every champion? Who knows how to play every champion?
Pros?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they have to. Because they don't have to per se, but they have to have a wide variety because of bans.
Yeah.
I would imagine like League of Legends has turned into a fuck ton of matchup based shit. Like, oh, he's got 2 Jaxes. I know the name Jax from somewhere. He's got this and that.
You can only have one of the character per
Jax
side.
is good. Jax is bad. Jax. And I'm thinking, Jax is in Mortal Kombat. What are you talking about?
Yes, he is, and he also has metal arms.
Yes.
Well, in some of them he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Through some
yeah.
freak action. At least the one that is important, which is the first one.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Actually, was Jax even in the first one?
No.
I don't think
No, he wasn't in the first Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
He was in the
Mortal Kombat.
His Mortal
3.
Kombat 2 is when he came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 2.
Yeah.
Shows you what I know about fighting games.
All right.
So then, now I guess we'll get to our guest here, Mr. Not Sobe.
Gosh.
Sobe in a box? Nah,
Yes.
he'll never do it.
Soap on a rope. Juice Box Able here. He is a professional fighter for Street Fighter 4, correct?
Yep. Street Fighter 4. Yeah.
And so I guess give us like a little introduction of yourself.
Well, Street Fighter 4 is the only game I'm good at. But
Okay.
yeah, my name's
I'm good
Juicebox.
at playing.
You can call me Eric if you like real names.
Ah,
Nah.
there's stuff
Vaniel
that people,
and
our parents give
Corchester.
us, and
I'm
too
kind of
common.
thirsty, so juice box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I guess I can tell the story of how I got that name. That was kind of
Yes,
fun.
I'm
So
curious.
Street Fighter 4 came out in 2008 in the summer in Japanese arcades. Now, what happened was that year, EVO is the big open fighting game tournament that's every year in Las Vegas now.
Nice.
So EVO was like I think like 30 days before the arcade release. So Capcom brought over like 3.
There it is. We got static this time. Wait for
pairs of
it.
Street
I
Fighter
wonder
4
what
machines.
Jester's doing.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, you're good. Keep going.
Good. Okay.
So Capcom brought over X.
They brought over 3 pairs of Street Fighter 4 machines, and they were on free play, so anyone could play. But you don't have to pay to go to EVO. You can just go and spectate and play casuals. So everyone who wanted to play was like good players, and they all put down like their EVO badges. But I didn't register, so I didn't have a badge. What I did have was some trash that morning from Jack in the Box, which I, for some reason, was carrying with me because apparently there are trash cans all over Vegas. You'd think I'd find one. But I had a box of Minute Maid orange juice, and I put that empty box up there, and there's a whole bunch of EVO badges in this empty box of crummy juice. And I took a couple turns, and I sort of knew what I was doing from watching the videos and such from the internet, because we had been talking about it for a few months. But the win streak cap was set at 7. I got a couple ones.
Hey, different
Ooh.
It's a
static.
hurricane this
Yeah.
time.
A couple win streaks, and
What is
oh, jeez.
Jester doing?
But
You're
some
back.
people, caught up with, they knew that I knew what I was doing, and so when my turn came up, somebody said, "Hey, you're the juice box, right? Go play the game." And I'm like, you know what? It's better than the name I have now, so I'll keep that.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I must hazard the guess. What was your name before?
Before that, I was playing Smash Brothers. I called myself Statistics. Because I said to myself, you don't want to become a number by losing to me.
Not bad.
It's easy to abbreviate. STAT. Stat. Hey, Stat, it's your turn.
Very true. Very
That's it.
true.
Yeah, I agree with the choice of juice box.
Yeah, Juicebox is simple. It's easy. Every good gamer name needs to be easy to abbreviate. It's JB or JBA or
J Crew.
Or JB.
Juice or Box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what other games do you play besides Fighters?
Well, I mean, I grew up with video games. I played a lot of them until now. Now that I've gotten good at Street Fighter 4, like a lot of games like aren't fulfilling to me anymore because I'm not like using my whole brain or I'm not hitting a lot of buttons anymore. I really like to play rhythm games like Rock Band and
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, so
It's something
Rock
that's-
Band and
VR. I used to-
no, he's back. Sorry, continue.
It's definitely something related to how much you talk.
Yes.
Because earlier we weren't having this problem and you weren't saying
Saying
as much
anything.
stuff.
Yeah.
Or we just
Maybe
didn't
I should
notice
just
it
talk
happening.
a little slower. But so yeah, I like Rock Band 3, and I'm okay
Yeah,
good
yeah.
at DDR.
No, we're just no.
Okay.
No.
all right. I like rhythm games a lot. I buy a lot of Rock Band DLC. I like Gears of War, and I like old shooters. I just bought Doom 3 on Steam because
Wow.
I had only played it on Xbox, and I'm like, I want to see this game on PC and how much better it plays, probably.
A lot.
Yeah.
I've actually never owned a gaming PC before like 3 or 4 weeks ago, so
Huh.
Shock.
I bought like Super Street Fighter 4 on PC, and it plays way better on PC than it does on the consoles.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
You mean I could play
The online
said
play
game
is
on
better.
PC? I didn't know it was on PC. How interesting.
Hell yeah. It's on Steam and Games for Windows Live. Check it out.
Now, what kind of controller do you use on a PC?
Xbox.
Yeah, you can use, those sticks that Mad Cat sells? The 360 one is a wired 360 controller, so just like a 360 pad, the PC picks it up.
Oh, sweet.
And the PlayStation 3 one, there are mods and drivers and stuff for that.
Sounds complicated.
It is, but only if you bought the PlayStation one. If you buy the Xbox one, it's easy as hell to dual mod or add functionality. Basically just because Microsoft has some bitch-ass controller security on their pads, so like, if you try to hack a 360 controller, it won't work, but Sony's hella easy. At least, This is what the technical people are telling me, the ones who mod sticks anyway. They're like, buy the 360 one because Microsoft are bitches.
Fair enough.
But yeah, you can play on pad or whatever. You can play on keyboard, even though I wouldn't recommend it. But yeah, I play on stick. It's all the same. The only real difference is online play, and it is a little better on PC, but it's still not very good as far as playing the game correctly and playing the game at a fast, frenetic pace
Because
where
of
you're
lag.
reacting to things that are within the realm of reaction time.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine in most strategy games, it's like, oh, he popped this move. I need to hit this hotkey right fucking now. Like, I imagine there's not a whole lot of situations where that needs to be in less than a second. You know, especially
Yeah.
with lag.
Well, shooters,
Shooters can be that way.
but
Shooters can be that way.
as far as anything else, no, not really.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it can get with your micro in like StarCraft 2 or even so much in League of Legends when you're in a team battle, it can get a little dicey like that. But it's not a constant, needing to be 1/10 of a second on time kind of thing.
Yeah, fighting games are like that, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly I play fighters. I play a little bit of Gears and some old PC games. I like old games. You know what I don't like? Good games. So Batman Arkham City came out, and I'm like, why should I care about this game?
Yeah.
See, here's my thing, and people hate me for this, but I played Arkham Asylum, and I'm like, okay, so I guess I can explore the whole asylum now, so where should I go? Or I tried to play Fallout, and I'm like, okay, with all these choices in front of me, why should I pick any particular choice? Fuck that, give me a linear game. I hate games where I have freedom.
You're not much of a sandboxer.
Afraid not. Like, I don't feel like my choices really matter when there are so many choices open to me.
Yeah.
The thing I like about God of War is you can't control the camera, which means that you're only seeing exactly what the director wanted all the time. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing his creative vision, whereas if you could control the camera, you could be looking at that poster on the wall while you're doing combat. You could be looking up everywhere. And you know,
Hey,
It's a
those,
game
those
design thing,
posters
but-
are.
Lots of detail went into that poster now.
yeah, different strokes, but like I'm not a fan of like a lot of good games actually that have come out recently. I'm like, I don't want to play that. I'd rather just play this old game over and over.
Hey,
That's cool.
different strokes, as you said, sir.
So you are currently sponsored by BL Gaming? Because I see
Not
you
exactly.
in our picture. You're wearing a
Werewolf?
shirt.
Yeah, I hear a werewolf.
Yeah.
What is going on with the werewolf?
Is someone watching Being Human? Come on, are you really? Vampire Diaries? Something?
I saw a Twilight curling iron at Best Buy tonight.
Are you kidding?
Really?
Yeah, it was a Twilight curling iron.
Curling iron?
Curling iron.
Still not as gay as Twilight. Oh wait.
I was like, what?
Snuggie, man. It's all about that Snuggie.
My head just hurts.
Oh.
Some now.
The life lesson you can learn from Twilight is if you're a girl, get a boyfriend or commit suicide.
I'll go with that. Yeah.
God damn it. I am not going to talk about
You're right, you're not.
Twilight because I'm going to punch a hole in the wall. God fucking Bella. Anyway, currently I am not sponsored. I guess you could say I'm a free agent.
Okay.
I had a 1-year contract with BLG. It expired about a month or two ago. But yeah, technically I'm a free agent right now. Whatever that means.
Yeah.
As far as fighting games go.
Yeah.
Pretty much every tournament is open. It's really what it comes down to is who has the means to go to each tournament. So
Yeah.
that's where sponsorship kicks in.
Yeah. Definitely.
What kind of tournament prizes are we looking at? I don't know anything about the fighting game community and what kind of prizes or anything.
It's very similar. I saw Gears of War 3 stream the other night. It's kind of like that, except it's not team-based. The prizes generally top out in the high 4 figures or maybe the low 5 figures, and this is for the absolute biggest tournaments.
That's a strange way to describe that. Maybe in the 9,000s, but maybe in the 10,000s. That's it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, what it comes down to is when people
When people host things.
host what you might call a major, how much sponsorship they get as far as prize and cash pot and such, but a lot of money from fighting games is still put in from the players. Like, you put $10 in to enter, and they'll split the pot, like 70-20-10. And then, in a lot of tournaments these days, they add to the cash pot from sponsorship. So,
Okay.
say you get 1,000 people entering, $10 a piece, $10,000 pot. A traditional split is 70-20-10 for top 3.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there's a cash pot, which normally they split evenly, also 70-20-10 amongst the top 3. Some tournaments, they're trying to get more players so they can pay top 8 or pay the winner a little less.
Yeah.
But like the winner of Evo last year got, I think, like $15,000.
Wow.
Not bad.
That's before taxes. So
Yeah, I don't even want to
So-
imagine what taxes do for that stuff.
What, 30-40%?
yeah, yeah. I mean, well, most fighting game tournaments that aren't as big as Evo, you can expect a top prize around
The government won't let you know let us know that one.
maybe 2,000 or 3,000.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah, so yeah, the thing is, it's very variable because the communities are different sizes around the country.
Yeah.
Mostly, it's Cali and the East Coast is where the big stuff is, and there's a couple big Midwest tournaments. But everywhere else, it's kind of, well, we hope you come to our tournament and increase the pot. You know, oh, there's a tournament in Washington. Cool story, bro.
Yeah. So, is there like an East-West rivalry?
Sort of. I mean,
That's
it
good.
depends on who you ask. There has been, traditionally, with many of the fighting games, especially in the past. Currently with Street Fighter 4, not really. I mean, there's some really good East Coast players, but honestly, West Coast players keep winning all the majors, at least the ones that they travel to. So, you know, the people on the East Coast might say that there's a rivalry, or they'll come out, but like, as far as I know, there's a lot of people that don't travel in general as far as the good players. Not all the good players have the means to travel.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why exactly, but you don't see East Coast players at every
Wait for it.
All
Wait
right.
for it.
tournament. No. Oh, there. Did I cut out again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but like Justin Wong and Ricky Ortiz, Team EG, Filipino Champ, Combo Fiend, Mike Ross, a lot of the good California players are sponsored, so you see them everywhere, and a lot of the good East Coast players are not, for whatever reason, and so the rivalry is sort of dying down just because of visibility issues, I think.
So
The East Coast still throws some rich tournaments, though.
cool. So I hear that in the fighting game scene, the Japanese are the ones that are pretty much the ones everybody has to watch out for.
Well, pardon my French, but they get their dicks sucked a lot more than other pro players.
This is true.
I mean, just, you know, pardon my vulgarity, but there's a lot of people in the fighting game community who give a lot more credit to the Japanese than they deserve. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. They
Yeah.
are, generally speaking, smarter players or more consistent. However, they're just human beings.
Yeah.
We can defeat them the same as anyone else. They probably have the same... They have just as many bad players as we do. It just so happens that their good players stand out. One, because they travel more often. Two, because Japan has a bunch of these Japan-only tournaments. It's like, oh, Daigo's so good. Ooh, I love anime. I love Pocky. You know, like, there's a lot of that going on in the fighting game community that I don't agree with. And, you know, I mean, I learned this game in training mode by myself over like a year and a half, and I'm about that good. So it's like anybody can do it. What it comes down to is a lot of people are just, they're at
That level.
They are
That
at
level
that
that's just there.
level, they're like, oh, you know, that intermediate plateau that everyone hits. But, I mean, they definitely are the most consistent players. Daigo's probably the best player in the world overall. But what it comes down to is I think that they have a lot of extra fans that they don't need, and quite frankly, Americans don't travel to Japan, but they come here because they like our hype and they like our money.
It's also a
They keep
lot
winning it,
easier to
so.
travel here than it is to travel to Japan.
Exactly. So,
A lot easier
Yeah. So I guess we'll
and cheaper.
we'll
so a lot of
take
the Japanese players are sponsored by an American.
All
Two in a
right.
row.
Yeah, that's how that is.
Yeah,
that is how that is.
that is exactly how that is.
Yeah. So I guess
What it is.
we'll jump on to our next little section here, where we have basically the preview for the character we already saw. Anything interesting in the new patch for League of Legends that's coming out, other than possibly containing Observer mode?
Vanual or Jester?
Yeah.
I haven't seen patch notes.
Okay.
I
they
haven't either. I've been looking for patch notes on the Test Realm forums.
They haven't hit yet.
They haven't posted anything yet, so the only thing that we really have right now is spectator mode, more than 2 players, that sort of thing.
Okay.
So if there's anything else that we're missing, let us know. But as far as I can tell, there's not a whole
Yeah.
Hasn't
lot.
hit yet.
Yeah, if you guys find it in the stream or not the stream, the chat. Yes, if you just type it on the
If you
stream.
in the chat find anything about the patch notes and find that they've been released, please let us know.
They did. I mean, they did release a lot of. You know, they got the runes and everything for the Halloween. Halloween stuff's going on. New splash screen, new skins.
New Halloween runes.
I think everyone's pretty much seen all those, so not really much news there. But I mean, we can talk more about League of Legends. I could tell everyone how it went down at BlizzCon. I mean,
Yeah, tell us about BlizzCon.
Well,
Or
I'll run through these real
League
quick.
of Legends.
League of Legends
let's
also
run
won
through that
the
stuff first.
They won the Golden Joystick Award,
Yes.
so
Nice.
we got a 10 IP or 10 win IP boost. Yeah.
So lame.
Yeah,
I know.
it's of all the things that the community puts you through, and you give us more useless stuff.
fail.
Whatever. Still different. And on a side note, with tournament-wise, Rampage had some spectator mode problems.
Indeed they did.
And so the Rampage series from Well Played, so they will be rescheduling for this coming weekend. So tune in for those. Those are actually very good games. At the
Yeah,
moment,
they are.
Dignitas is still the top team. So
Well, there was no game last week. So
Yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
even had a chance to knock them
so
down.
now it's been, now they've been holding spot 3 weeks in a row. Aside from their current mass streak, they've been uncontested for 3 weeks.
Up.
So
Halloween runes.
Yeah, the Halloween runes are-
Oh, delicious.
they're cheap, but it's one of those. Some of us don't think they're worth it. Some of us do. So, and although we do have a note here about.
Vandal seems like he wants to say something there.
No, I mean they release these runes like all the time, they had like Olympic runes, and then they had now these Halloween runes, and
Christmas
it's
runes.
just the same
Christmas
same
runes.
shit they release every single year. I mean, it would be cool if and are they still tier 2 runes, or are they
Yeah,
tier 3
tier
now?
two.
2.5.
They're still tier
Yeah.
2. Or 2.5, whatever they want to call it. But it'd be cool if they could actually give us something unique about the runes instead of just giving us cheap rehashes of existing runes.
Well, yeah,
you
it's
know
just
what I mean?
something to burn your IP on, so that way you have to spend real money to get regular stuff or players.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. So
I just like to see a little bit more variety in runes.
yeah.
Exactly, like lifesteal runes. That would be awesome. Or spellvamp runes. Let's break the game.
Exactly.
10% lifesteal innately.
How would lifesteal go for in Street Fighter 4?
Get
If
some
you
fresh
every time
ideas
you
in
hit
there.
them, you got a little bit of life, and every time they hit you, would the game ever end?
Probably not, especially considering chip damage.
Yeah.
I mean, in Street Fighter, in Street Fighter 4, there's no way to gain life. In Street Fighter 3, it was one character super, but she's like open for like a million years when she does it. In Mortal Kombat, like some characters can gain life back, but generally it's difficult. I mean, life gain, it has been toyed with in many fighting games, but not a lot of games have done it correctly.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like it'd be a hard mechanic to balance around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's generally
Bloodline
not worth it.
champions had a good issue with it.
I mean, you guys ever play like card game? You ever play Magic the Gathering?
Long
You ever
time
played
ago.
at a high level? It's like, why should I be gaining life when I could be depleting your life? That gets me closer to winning as opposed to not losing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a good mentality to go with. In
Yeah.
The shorter kind of fighting one-on-one kind of games. MOBAs and RTSs, however, sustain.
Tend to drag, so increasing your life can help. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Not quick.
Yeah,
so then I
not
guess,
quick, yeah.
Vaniel, give
Not
us a
quick, yeah.
rundown of BlizzCon since you went, correct?
Kind of.
You kind of went?
Kind of. BlizzCon. Okay, so here's the thing. The opening ceremony. Everyone could watch that. Okay, online, whatever.
It was good.
Yeah, they announced. They showed a little bit of Blizzard Dota. It looks completely different than when I played it last year. Last year it was basically just Dota
Yeah,
in
World of
space
Pandemonium.
with StarCraft and Warcraft characters. They changed it a little bit. They basically did away with the old one, brought in a new one. It's supposedly really, really, really user-friendly and noob-friendly, very much geared towards casuals.
So is it going to
So-
be a separate game, or is it going to be like a add-on to like StarCraft?
It's
or
a
something?
map.
No, it will be yeah,
And that's
it's
a bad
map,
thing.
Basically, it's a good thing. I mean, they want to make it free. Okay.
Oh, good.
They're talking about even including it with the starter edition of StarCraft 2,
Yeah, I heard that.
which is good. They also talked a little bit about basically StarCraft 2 map store, where people will be able to create their own map modes and everything. And
Yeah,
then sell
they've
them.
been talking about that for a little while.
They have a long time,
Yeah,
actually.
so they said it is going to be launched with Heart of the Swarm when it comes out. They showed
Nice.
some new units and everything. The tournaments that they had were pretty awesome. I watched the final between I Am MVP
Yep.
and I Am Nesty.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was
Korean. Yep.
pretty awesome to
Yeah.
watch. I'm not a big StarCraft 2 player. I own the game, I love it, but multiplayer just I
Stomps all
lost
over
my
you.
first 10 games and I was like, all right, I'm done. And so yeah, they want to Dota 2 is coming out. Or I'm sorry, Blizzard Dota is coming out. They also announced, along with the new expansion for WoW, they also announced a new battleground, which is supposedly supposed to be a
Pandas.
MOBA. They want to have a Dota version of a WoW battleground, or a,
So it'd be like a
however, I don't even know what.
it'd be like
be like
a
a
first-person shooter
semi-
battleground. That would be interesting.
Almost that, yeah.
Or a
You'd have your
first-person shooter
characters-
MOBA.
Third-person shooter.
Exactly.
Well,
Or
it's third person. You
yeah,
can
it'd
zoom
be
in
WoW.
and be first person.
It'd be WoW Dota is what it basically is. So
Interesting.
I don't know how they're going to work that. They also are going to, I guess they're adding in pet battles and stuff too, so you can basically play Pokemon in WoW. Believe it or not, I'm actually kind of excited about it.
Snorlax is my favorite.
Because I want keep in mind that I own a lot of exclusive pets from past BlizzCons and things like that, so I wanted to space roll everybody.
Yeah.
And,
How about that Murloc Marine, man? He can shoot things.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one thing though that I thought there was a lot of Diablo 3 information, and I was really excited about it. They showed some new cinematics, but the one thing that they didn't really go super in depth on was the arena. Like I don't know if they're just putting in the arena and it's basically just PvP and they're pretty much done with it, so they're just not talking about it a lot. But it doesn't. I mean, I know they're just adding it in for fun, so I doubt there's going to be a competitive scene at all. But I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, people will make it competitive if they really want to.
But Blizzard
Yeah.
has stated repeatedly they don't want it repetitive. Or
Competitive?
competitive.
They want it
Yeah.
repetitive.
Competitive.
An interesting
Shut
thing
That's what
about
Nintendo said about Smash Brothers. It's not gonna work. People are gonna make it competitive.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and StarCraft 2 is really their esport. I mean, the WoW arena, less so. I mean, there's not really huge tournaments for those except for at BlizzCon from what I've seen, but I mean, there's a few here and there, but StarCraft 2 is really their bread and butter
Yeah, it is.
esport game that
Yeah,
they focus on. So.
they've killed off WoW. I mean, they tried it. They're not doing it.
Yeah,
Right.
they decided that, I mean, there wasn't any point, I guess, for them to do the arenas. There isn't any demand for it, so why push it?
Yeah.
Everybody just wants to go raiding with their friends.
Something- Yeah, something interesting though that I did actually like was if you sign up for a year subscription to WoW,
You get-
on a month-to-month basis, but you just have to commit to a year.
Oh yeah, you get a free copy of Diablo. Free
Yep,
copy of Diablo.
you get
Yay!
Yeah, you get Diablo 3 for free
Yeah.
on release date. So
Yeah,
It's-
so if you're
that's
going to
kinda
play
cool.
anyway, I mean, that's nice.
if you're gonna play WoW anyway, it'll cost you $180 a year, and you get a $60 game. Yeah, you get a $60 game for free. So I mean, hey, you get
$60
basically
and $60
off of WoW. Yeah. Oh, and you get like a little, and then you get Tyrael's charger in WoW, which I'm kind
Tyrael?
of excited about. But
Yeah, Tyrael.
Tyrael. What? Shut
Yeah,
up, dude.
Tyrael.
I'm from Vegas. I can pronounce stuff how I want.
Yeah.
You East
It's
Coasters don't come out.
Nevada.
Nevada.
Not Nevada. Right.
Nevada's how non-Nevadans say it.
Exactly.
I used to live in Vegas
So-
for a few years. Yeah.
So that's BlizzCon. There's and I met President Obama yesterday.
Just
Oh, and by the way,
yeah, that's what
Wait,
happened.
that was low on your priorities?
yeah, I met President Obama and asked him about the
This-
Now,
Tryndamere
okay, now,
buffs.
Skarner.
Skarner. buffs.
yeah, well.
Yeah. And the Secret
No,
Service
wait
trolled
for
you.
it. Wait for it.
Oh yes, the Secret Service did troll me. I put my hands in my pockets a few seconds after Obama passed by, and the Secret Service guy put his hand behind his back, and he was like, "Take your hands out of your pockets, sir." And I'm like, "What? Take your hands out of your pockets." So I freaked out. And now that I actually got on video. Flex Sidless in chat there, he was there. He filmed it, and it's up on YouTube.
His
so you
handshake
can
was
see me getting
weird.
trolled
His
by
hand
the
was
SS.
bony.
And that is the title of the video, is Trolled by the SS. You can see me almost dying and getting a bullet in the head. You can.
Well, he pulls the gun out,
Watch.
tackles you, and sticks the gun to your head and says, "Vote for me now." No,
Yeah.
exactly.
Wow, that's quite the experience, Manuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they showed up Thursday night. The Secret Service and everything, and told us what was going on, and they were there all weekend.
What were they there
after-
for?
The president wanted to visit a neighborhood. My neighbors across the street had bought a foreclosed home using some government program, and so he came to meet them, met with them for about 10 minutes, came out and did a speech, and then everyone that lived on our block, and there's only about 40 people there at the time, all got to meet President Obama. We all got to shake his hand. He moved pretty
Fast?
quickly. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was pretty awesome.
Places to go, things
Afterwards-
I was about to say, wait, Obama was at BlizzCon?
Yeah.
So then, I mean, afterwards...
Obama loves Oregon, woo!
So afterwards, I mean, we had the Wall Street Journal interview us. We had Fox, our local Fox station interview us. We were on the news last night, and then so everyone in town got to see the inside of my house. And yeah, my bedroom. It's like
Uh-oh.
it comes
They
into my
wait,
bedroom,
they
there's like a
interviewed you
nightstand
in
with
your
like 2
bedroom?
beer bottles on it. They're probably like, what?
The throne room.
And then this morning I had an interview on the radio, so
Not
it was a
bad.
pretty cool experience.
So,
Not every day you get to
how
meet the
many of these
president.
how many of these interviews did you plug our show tonight? That would be a none. All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
Where's that Price is Right? You just lost the game sound effect.
Oh, good time.
So now we're trolling Vaniel. Got it.
Everybody's trolling me this week.
No guns this
We always
I'm
have
going
to
to
troll Daniel.
Disneyland. I'm going to Disneyland tomorrow and Thursday, and I'll probably get trolled by Mickey Mouse at this rate.
You're going to Disneyland, right? Not World?
World. Land.
No,
Not
land.
Disney World.
Okay,
Anaheim.
you're going to Cali.
I'm going to Anaheim.
Yeah.
Go to the inferior land.
Well, whenever you come over East Coast, you'll have to come and see us. And
Yeah.
go to World. Well, what is near us that's
Nothing.
anything interesting? Well, Carowinds is near us, but
Yeah, whatever.
that's not good enough to make a whole trip across country for.
Skydiving.
Well, I mean, you can do that anywhere. You just need Sky.
Yeah.
So, Jester, do you have any
Yeah, tell
interesting things from, just general, MOBAs?
esports
News.
actions. What's the news of the day in the esports world, Jester?
Well, I
Or
mean, a lot of the
this
big
week or
events
last
now
week.
come and pass, right? So
Yeah.
we only have stuff to look forward to. Last weekend we tried the well-played Rampage. Didn't work. Spec support was down.
Yep.
So, and they did warn us about that. They said might not work, and it didn't. But we couldn't also fix it in a timely fashion, so, say it'll be.
Yeah.
And it was also BlizzCon, so, there was nobody watching. Only 8,000 people showed up. So.
Oh, that's all.
Oh, just
Yeah.
a
Yep.
8,000.
I got to
How
actually meet
paltry.
yeah, how paltry, 8,000.
Not quite 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, yeah. 8 is less than 9. I didn't know that. But. Other than that, I mean, I got to meet Chaox in the TSM Gaming House, so he was actually the co-caster. We ended up spending about an hour and a half getting to know each other, because we had nothing else to do. There was no games, right? So, yep, whatever. It was fun. And so that didn't go over, whatever, we moved on. CSN started up their Play Heroes series, so we had Heroes of New Earth, and that went alright. A little bit of a cluster in the rules. Apparently nobody was on the same page, so we had teams show up late, a few of them default, and it was okay. I couldn't stream to the CSN channel. I wasn't too sure why. It turns out the delay was screwed up on it, so we just did everything off my channel, and I don't know, 150 people showed up. We had the NASA rebroadcasting going on, so it kind of explains that. It's like, why watch Jester when you could watch NASL?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
overall, not the best of casting weekends, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any
Oh, well.
Good weekend to catch up on VODs and, catch up on what
Yeah.
you've missed. And what you've already been spoiled.
Yeah.
But we do got MLG Providence coming up. Multiple sources have confirmed that League of Legends will be there. We're just waiting for the official word of who's to be there, what teams, how much the money is. Rumor that there might be an open bracket this time to fight through.
Ooh. That'll be interesting.
Instead of invite only, might have
Yeah.
local bracket.
Cool.
I would wonder who would actually send their teams there, or it'd probably get a lot of local people that show up, but
Well, that's how you win WCG Australia, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You heard
Because
about
you
that,
can
right?
you can sleep at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sleep, you win.
You sleep, you win.
Yep.
That's why we're
Other than
fast.
that, DreamHack is coming up, but we haven't seen a League of Legends announcement about it.
Huh.
It's disturbing.
Now there's speculation. Is there going to be League of Legends there?
Yeah.
Likely answer is yes, but yeah, I don't know.
We'll find out, I guess. Hopefully soon, too.
Yeah.
Because,
So go ahead.
yeah, because hopefully soon, because if people are planning to go, they need to
Yeah, they need to
Kind
have
of.
time to.
plan to go.
Yeah.
It's just what I hear. But yeah, IPL qualifiers are going off, but that's all for StarCraft. I haven't heard of any IPL qualifiers announced for League of Legends. So
Did you want to go on Wukong?
yeah, that's about it. As I said, everything's kind of winding down. It's the year end, right? I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of the big stuff is gone. ESL World Cup doesn't resume till January. We only got one MLG left, and BlizzCon's done now. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It's an interesting timing going into the holiday season when a lot of people have free time. That there's a lot less tournaments.
I suspect personal streamers are gonna, be at the top of the numbers like they already are with Hotshot and all that.
Especially
Yes.
yeah, especially with Observer mode coming out.
Yeah.
That'll be
Well,
great.
The same is true in fighting games. Season's winding down. There's not a lot going on. It's like a
You
couple
guys
local
did-
Cali tournaments to go to.
Everybody's breaking
Did you
down
do
for
season's
Christmas and
meetings
stuff.
already?
Season's meetings, yeah, that was last month. We're done.
Yeah, that's a little early, I think.
Yeah, there's no more like majors planned for the year, unless you count all the Cali players in one place as a major, which you sort of should. So SoCal Regionals, I believe, is like mid-December.
Wow.
So like a couple days before Christmas. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Well, at least it'll be warm.
But shit, yeah. I mean, yeah, same in fighting games. Season's winding down. The next big tournaments we're looking forward to are next year, like UFGT 8, which is going to be near Chicago.
So we got some questions from the stream for you, Mr. Juicebox. Have you ever been
Okay.
beaten in a tournament where the other person was obviously button mashing?
Not beaten, no.
One,
I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by button mashing. Like, literally, if they're, like, mashing, like, I don't care which of the 6 buttons I press, then they're worthless and they don't know what they're doing. And it's just like, 2 and out, get out of my face. But if there is, you could say, a strategy of controlled mashing as far as particular buttons with particular characters, which is somewhat hard to counter. But, I mean, if you know they're going to do it, the game allows you to counter it. So at that point, it depends on how well I read them. But not in the obvious and garish sense that he's probably talking about.
Okay. Let's see. What other questions do we have? I had another one, but I lost it.
and it was gone,
Like that.
gone.
Do.
So our crew is supposed to be
Yeah.
supplying us with these questions.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
else.
UFGT 7 is in Northbrook, by the way, Taz. It's in Northbrook, Illinois. It's like a cab right away.
Nice. Nice and close. Alright, so we do have the Wukong bug. They are to completely switch gears while Demon looks for some
Yeah.
more questions.
I'll look for questions while you
Um,
go over a few things. And total side note, EG that's picking up the Dota 2 team, this is in Dota 2, this is Evil Geniuses, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Imagine
So,
there's only one EG, yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's an Epic Gamer.
Yeah,
of
there's an
League
Epic
of Legends,
Gamers in League of Legends, which is...
so that's EG as well.
Yeah, that's... When I first started watching League of Legends, I was just like,
No, they're not.
who is this EG, and why haven't I heard about it from, Sir Scoots? And then I found out it's not Evil Geniuses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So
anyway, continue on with
with
patch 3.
patch 3, some of the things they're
Posted.
working on the patch is fixing Wukong's lifesteal bug. Fixing the bug, upping his lifesteal just a little, and doing some other things that are really specific to his Q and E and stuff. But yeah, they're apparently really working on that. So whatever they did to break it must have been really tremendous. So, have you heard about anything with that, Jester or Vaniel?
Nope.
Nope. Awesome. Hey, look at that. Oh, and Shaco's teleport stealth for E3 seconds.
Just 3
Ouch.
seconds. I don't know why Eve got put in there.
Yes. Ooh. Shaco. Harsh. But yeah. I guess, do we have any more questions? Juicebox?
Yeah. who in the fighting game community would you consider your rival?
Oh boy.
J1.
I guess. Oh frick. I mean, honestly,
Go for it.
everyone who I can't beat consistently. I mean, I
Is
want
that
to
a lot
be,
of
you
people,
know.
or
There's a lot of gray area here. It's because tournaments are open, and there's a lot of good competition. I mean, like, there's probably about 30 or 40 people who can play the game, like, on my level, like, on the world stage,
Mhm.
which is a nice chunk. So that's why if you ever look at top 8 results for tournaments, assuming they're not regionally compartmentalized, you know, there's a lot of different names, and there's a lot of shakeups. I mean, there's a lot of really consistent players top 8-wise, but nobody's winning everything, which is a good sign before
Yeah.
the game and the community.
Yeah,
Competition
that
is good.
That is good.
You know, you might. Some people. This is this guy named Flo who's on EG. He's had some trouble beating me before, but he beat me at Devastation, and this is a cool little moment where I was dancing, and he made what is now called the Flo face. And so some people have said, "Oh man, Flo and Juicebox must hate each other," and you know, we shake hands. We're totally cool about it, but. I mean, personally speaking, there's no one that I feel really an intense rivalry with, but that's because a lot of the best players are pretty sportsmanlike a lot of the time, I'd say. Not all the time, but most of the time. And so, I mean, I really don't have the... I don't want to put any effort into making any particular person mad at me or making any enemies. I just want to beat them all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Sounds simple.
Without
Yeah.
naming names, what was the worst reaction you got from beating somebody? Like you beat them and then they did
Oh.
something explosive.
Oh, okay, this is good. You want to go to YouTube and look up Scumbag, SCUMBAG.
Saw that.
Scumbag Juicebox. Anyway, basically, he was down a game and a round, so one more round I would have won. He actually got a good lead on me for that round, and he taunted me. Everyone in the crowd was like, "Oh!" And I
What
was
is explain
down a lot of
taunting
life.
real quick? Like
Yeah.
did he physically taunt you or in the game taunt you?
No, in game you can hit hard punch and hard kick, and your character does this little animation that's meaningless.
Okay.
Just the in-game taunt. But he taunted me in-game, and everybody's like, "Oh, he's taunting you!" What happened was I came back and beat him. He had a very large life lead, and then because of that, I won the match. And he threw his stick to the ground. He looked straight at me. He's like, "Fuck you!" And he got like super salty. Is the term in the fighting game community.
Ah.
He got super salty. He got really mad. Evidently, he was a little inebriated. I heard at the time.
Hmm.
That'll do
So
it.
Inebriation can do it.
it didn't make a friend that day, but you know, whatever.
I've had some great Smash Brothers games while I was pretty inebriated until the point when I was like, oh wait, where am I? And I just walk off the edge of the map.
Not quite the same competitive
So
sense.
so what is your
Before that, I was doing amazing. It
Yeah.
was like 1 versus 2ing and owning them all, and then I guess I got to that point, and I was just enough, so I just started wandering off.
You know, I've had enough fun. Game.
So we have another question of what is your opinion on the 2012 patch? I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Juice
jeez.
box.
Well, that's a very large question. But yeah, if you didn't know, Street Fighter 4. So we're on the third one now. There was Street Fighter 4 in 2008. Super Street Fighter 4 came out. I think it was 2010. I forget exactly. And then recently there was another version called Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, because Super Street Fighter 4 was never released to arcades.
Aha.
So when they finally brought Super to arcades in Japan and America, they just made a brand new third game with more characters, more balance badges. Now, Arcade Edition, if you're not aware, they added characters Yoon and Yang. They're twin brothers. They're new characters from Street Fighter 3. Now, the producer of Street Fighter 4 basically went on record and said, you know what, I'm a big Third Strike fan, and I made them more powerful than everyone else because I felt like it. And they are both top tier characters. You see a lot of Yoon in tournament, not as much Yang, but he's also very good.
Wow.
The idea is a lot of the fans, there were enough fans of this game that we said, hey Capcom, give us one more. We like the game enough. And Capcom was like, yeah, well, we're pretty sure Arcade Edition will be enough. And the fans are like, come on! And they're like, okay, fine. So they're going to release a free downloadable patch. This is not going to be a new retail release. Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012. It's releasing in December this year. It's another all-encompassing balance patch, and it's going to severely nerf a lot of the best characters, and it's going to bring the game around to a level that they think will be able to survive a long, lifespan.
And they'll charge $30 for you to go and buy the new one, right?
No, it's free. I mean, Arcade Edition was not free. You could either buy it as DLC or they actually did release it again on disc. But the version 2012 is just a DLC patch for every PC version, 360, PS3. It's free for everyone.
So, would you also say that Street Fighter 4 is the biggest fighting game, or is there like a kind of a teetering between like that, Mortal Kombat or other fighting
Well,
games?
it depends on who you ask. I mean, if you were mentioning the Golden Joystick Awards the other day, I mean, just earlier, Mortal Kombat actually won Best Fighting Game over Marvel and Street Fighter 4.
Wow.
So you might say Mortal Kombat has a much bigger casual fan base, and I would agree with that because they just greenlit another Mortal Kombat movie.
Yep.
Another one?
Another one.
Did they?
Is this like the fan base one that's been going through Machinima, or like real Hollywood?
Have you seen that one? The one directed by Kevin T, whatever his name is?
I've seen the series. Like I've seen
that web
7 or 8
series, right?
episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who directed those, they gave him the directing job for the Mortal Kombat movie, the new one.
Nice.
So the thing is, if you look at the sales, Mortal Kombat sold actually about 4.5 mil, like disc copies, whereas the Street Fighter 4s individually, none of them got to that number, although combined they did sell. For reference, Smash Bros. Brawl sold about 15 million.
Yeah.
But, fighting games are rather niche.
Well, you know, you can use Mario, so.
You could.
Yeah. Also, you
I
got a
was
lot of
good
the basically parents wanting to get something for their children, and it's they're
Exactly.
older children. They're not quite just straight up Mario, but they they don't want to get a Mortal Kombat kind of thing.
I mean, the fighting game community is pretty fragmented, so most people who like fighting games end up buying them all once they realize they like fighting games. But, I mean, as far as biggest fan base, I would say Street Fighter has a very consistent fan base, and I would say Capcom knows if they release another one, we're going to buy it, and they're going to sell a couple mil.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but I honestly, I was going to say Street Fighter 4 is the biggest game ever, but honestly, with Mortal Kombat winning that Golden Joystick, I'm like, I don't really even know anymore.
Yeah.
So, well, it ain't Tekken, I'll tell you that. Nobody likes Tekken.
Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Soul Calibur, sorta, yeah.
What was crap? What was a fighting game once upon a time ago? It had Orchid.
Killer Instinct.
Yes, there we go.
Killer Instinct.
Yes, that was one of my
Orchid.
favorite
Had the
fighting
best
games.
finishing move. Out of
Well, I
any
mean, you get
game
like the
ever.
the 60-something hit combos. Oh, that was so much fun. Like with
Ouch.
No,
the wolf dude.
It was the best
Saber
finishing
Wolf.
move ever though.
It was what?
With Orchid, she'd knock you down to the ground, and she'd go like this and open up her shirt, and flash you her boobs, and then whoever your character was would scream, and then they would die.
Well, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, the ice pop out.
fatalities.
That's pretty cool.
That wasn't fatality. It was,
Or finishing moves.
yeah,
It's
it's
a boobality.
That was a fatality. It was a
Brutality.
move.
yeah. I just remember playing that a lot. That was Combo Breaker. That's where that came
Yeah.
from. If anybody ever wondered, that was. It was a very. It definitely took a very unique twist when it came out. It was very.
No, actually, I mean,
innovative.
Killer Instinct was a very good game. Like, I guess there wasn't really any large balance issues with Killer Instinct, other than the fact that combo breakers were free. So if you know what your combo breaker is, you can just sort of do it over and over. As long as you hit the right strength of the button, you'll break the combo. But in addition, that game also had unbreakable combos. So there was sort of a meta game going on there. But Killer Instinct 2 was really really rock paper scissors. Like the game in 3D. Like there is no mind games. You just throw rock or you throw scissors. And the funny thing is, because of the recent fighting game resurgence, I mean, if you know who Hudson Soft is, they made Bloody Roar, which is one fighting game where like the main characters can turn into animals. Like there was this tweet that turned out to be fake. That we're gonna make a new Bloody Roar game. You know, a lot of companies are like, fighting games are still profitable. Thank you, Street Fighter 4, for showing everyone.
Yeah.
But that tweet turned out to be fake, and all the Bloody Roar fans were like, "Aw!" So like you think Rare could be like, Killer Instinct 3 now could be the time, and
Yeah.
it would be very interesting considering the last Killer Instinct was like Nintendo 64, what was it, 1997?
Yeah.
Yeah.
64? Was it Sega?
Well, that was the last console port of it. In arcades, it was just Killer Instinct 2. I'm pretty sure the 60. Yeah, so I mean, it was a long freaking time ago.
So how much
Like, we're talking
time
10, 12 years.
had you or do you spend in arcades?
Well, arcades are sort of a weird subject in the community now. I mean, they used to be really important, because before the internet, it was the only place you could really meet people and play.
Yeah.
And so that was a big deal. Now, it was before my time, admittedly. A lot of the players who talk about it are like 30, over 30, stuff like that. But you don't really have to anymore. Not to mention, a lot of American arcades don't have Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition because it was never officially released in North America. They're all imported. And I don't know about you, but if you know someone running an arcade, they probably don't have 5 digits to drop on an imported Japanese machine. True. Especially if you want to charge people 50 cents a play on it.
Yeah, and then they beat the hell out of it.
Exactly. So, I mean, arcades are still cool if you have one nearby. I happen to have one nearby. Arizona Mills, there's a GameWorks at Arizona Mills Mall, and they have Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, and it's cool, except I don't really need to play anyone online. If I really want to play someone, I'll just say, just come over to my house, we'll play a couple games, and that'll be fine.
I fear that the consoles and stuff are killing the arcades, Yeah,
in general, I mean, most players just would rather play online in their nice, comfy couch with their Mad Cat stick that they bought with their money.
Yeah, versus trying to deal with that broken-ass stick at the arcade because somebody before them, or, 3 months ago, smashed it too hard, and so that button doesn't work anymore, or that doesn't go that way anymore.
And God forbid you actually have an arcade scene, and you play and you lose, and someone walks up behind you, your shit's weak, son, you suck, get the fuck out. There actually is an arcade scene in California. There's actually a couple arcades that are alive, and people actually play there like they did in the old days, and it's pretty thriving. But, that's it. In America, they're pretty much dead, and the casual gamer has no interest.
Yeah.
So, they're on their way out, pretty much. I applaud the ones that are still in business.
Yeah. They're doing something right. So I guess, Vaniel, do you have anything to give away today?
Yes, I do. I have 2 $10 RP cards right here.
Dun dun dun.
We're giving away.
If you're not in the chat right now, get in, please.
Yep, you got to be in the chat in order to win the RP cards.
At the bottom of this stream there, there's a little button that says chat. Just click on that. It'll put you into the chat. And yes, I do enjoy giving away happiness.
Yes, we do.
Happiness and rainbows.
So before Vaniel gives away the RP, are there any shout-outs? I'll let Jester go first, since I cut him off last time, and then we'll have Juicebox.
I thought we were going to do repeated cutting off of Jester, but that's fine.
Then on the Juicebox. No, go ahead.
I screwed it up. What could I do? Let's see. Sunday doing the Play Heroes again, cup number 2.
Where can we find that?
I don't actually think I have anything else this week for events. Just MOBA Weekly on Thursday, and other than that, my stream is getting some improvements. I got some graphical work now for it done. It's not the best because I suck, but
you got to start somewhere.
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. YouTube's getting a bit more exports. My LOL Summoner series is getting a little bit more popular now. People seem to be enjoying that, so we're always taking replays for that. And other than that, I got a lot of fingers and a lot of pies, but nothing is ever really confirmed yet. So it's more of a transitory week for me.
I had some fresh-made cherry pie made this week. Sorry, you just said pie and I'm hungry. I'm like,
At least it wasn't warm apple pie.
Oh, I know.
When did I say pie?
You just
said
did.
You had your hands.
You just said you had your fingers and lots of pies, which is just.
Oh.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
So, are you completed? Is that it?
Are you complete, sir?
Okay, then. I want to make sure that I don't cut you off or anything.
I'll cut you off, though.
All right. So, Mr. Juicebox Abel, please do give us some shout-outs.
Shout-outs to cherry pie. It's delicious.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't have too many shout-outs. Shout-outs to BL Gaming, Borderline Gaming, for giving me a hell of a wild ride. As far as that sponsorship, I really appreciated that and all the opportunities I got from them. Shout-outs to the East Coast for not traveling. Hope to see you guys at more tournaments more often. Shout-outs to microphones not working all the time.
Yeah, and providing endless entertainment.
Yes.
For us. Maybe not our viewers, but definitely for us.
Shout-outs to Steam being so awesome. I downloaded Steam like a week ago, and I'm totally a fan of PC gaming now. I've been converted. I've been completely converted.
See, there was a time back in the day when Steam came out that a lot of us were very mad at Steam.
But now we just
we've accepted it and do like it now. But
Yeah.
there was that time.
Yeah.
never mind.
That's it for shout-outs for you. Your microphone says no.
Well, darn it. Shoutouts to Obama. We're done.
Watch our stream.
You stole my shout out. You. Sure.
All right, Vaniel, do you want to shout out or give away first? Or sit there and look
I'd like
fuzzy?
to shout out to President Obama, who I'm not. Shut up. No,
Well, he didn't shake my
shout-outs.
hand. You can
Shout out
take that
to-
shout out. Jeez.
Fine.
Shake his little bony hand.
I would like to give a shout out to President Obama's hand then. It shook mine. And,
How was Obama's hand? Dan? How was that?
it was actually soft. He uses a lot of lotion. I just hope he doesn't use the lotion for some extracurricular purpose before he shook my hand.
Like,
Go into the lotion.
Um,
Are you
Silky
sure that's
smooth
lotion?
old
It
Obama
was
hand.
kind of funny. My wife, sent me a text message afterwards, and she said, I heard you shook hands with the president." And I said, "Yes." And she goes, "No, I heard she's European. She had heard that's how you say masturbation. So it's shaking hands with the president. So she just used it on me, thinking that that's what she. Yeah, it was just
all
a
right.
bad.
End of
bad
that.
Oh, okay.
on her part.
Yes.
But I'm going to give away some RP now.
Ah. Drum roll. Let's annoy everybody on the thing. I'm not a drummer, so I can't do that consistently or long.
No, you're not.
I drummed for 2 years in elementary school. It was worthless.
Number 20.
Yeah,
I played the recorder.
I did it all through high school, just sitting there on my desk, and it still
still
hasn't
not-
gotten me anywhere.
When I was playing the recorder, Ocarina of Time came out, and I'm like, I wish it was an ocarina.
Yeah.
Ochan.
Ochan.
Congratulations.
Ochan.
Ochon.
How do you?
Ochan. Ochan. Why is it that everybody that ever wins these doesn't have an easily pronounceable name?
One
Right.
nerd had one.
It's always got to be
Yeah, what a
something
nerd.
weird.
What a nerd. Remember what a nerd? Ochan.
Oh yeah, what a nerd. Yeah, what a nerd. She's nice.
But that was after. Well, then
Hi,
you
Ochan,
Heavy D
you
won in the first
win.
place, so you had two easy names that
Yeah.
go around.
Maybe he's Hispanic, and it means 8N.
Yeah. Alright, so Ochan gets the first one. Congratulations. I'm gonna
Open
in the
up
chat
a.
box there. You're gonna see a little message from me. So it's gonna have the code right there. And enjoy.
And while
Okay.
Vaniel is
You hit-
gearing up for his second card to give away to our wonderful listeners, we'll go ahead and give a shout out to my.
Apparently, Q.
Q win.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Q won. Yeah. So
Yeah.
congratulations, QuakeNet.
Oh,
Q
jeez.
wins.
So go ahead and give a shout out to my wife and hope all the metal in her bones heals quickly.
Yeah, she had a.
She had a metal plate put in her arm with about 10 screws just right through the bone. It was pretty awful. But she may or may not be lucid yet.
Probably not. Hopefully not, for her sake.
And Demon, did you have any
Oh.
shout outs while Vaniel here gets his number generator not to pick you?
Yes, my wife's doing awesome as being a great supporter of the show, so she is still wrangling children inside.
Yep.
And
And there
That
may
is
even
good.
be pie.
no.
You never know. Alright. Oh, Vaniel, what can we do?
We ready?
Yep.
Ready?
I
We're ready.
am ready, sir.
Are we ready?
Now, are you ready?
Are you ready, Betty Spaghetti?
Is the
Alright,
stream
second one.
ready?
No, I am. I am ready. I have the winner's name.
Aren't
right
you
here.
ready?
Are you ready?
It's,
No.
it is
You are not
K
prepared.
to the Isle Kyle.
Yay,
K
Kyle.
to the Isle
That is how
Kyle?
I pronounce his name, I hope. K to the Heil Kyle. Wait, K to Heil Kyle.
K
Is that
to
like a
the
Hitler
Kyle.
reference? I don't even know.
It's Kai to the Isle, you know, H to the Izzo. B to the Izze.
Okay, I thought it was like K tot Heil
K to
Kyle.
the
is
Isle
what I thought it
Kyle.
was.
It's like,
K-tot
H to the
Kyle
Husky
Kyle.
Husky or whatever
Yeah.
the hell it is.
Yeah. God, I hate that.
All right, well, congratulations.
I hate.
For Rizzle.
I can't stand hearing that every time.
You win free RP.
Yes. Ben was like, "You win RP." Please come again.
It's getting late now for us East Coasters. You're in the West Coast, right, Juice?
Yeah, I'm in Arizona. We
Yeah.
actually never change our clocks ever. So sometimes we're Pacific and sometimes we're Mountain Time.
Lucky
It's
bastards.
just,
Yeah, we're about to go backwards in time, and like next week, is it?
Yeah, eventually.
So
I'm not.
That'll
really
be
sure.
nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait to sleep in a little longer. Although the show will be feel later, because it'll only be
At least for a
10:13
little
now.
while. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So.
but we'll get to sleep in an hour. So it'll. I always hope that whenever the time changes, that it's like, oh, I'm just gonna stay on like the current time, so I can go through like the next 3 months and be an hour early for everything.
No.
That lasts about a day.
never works out that way, does
No.
it?
No,
It
it's
does
not.
not. It's very
Oh,
disappointing.
hey, hold on. Maybe I should give away something else. Anyone wanna? Who here plays WoW?
I play well.
Ooh, not me.
I'm gonna give away.
Uh-oh.
Here, hold on. Let me give away a couple. Let me give away a. How about a couple Night Saber Cub loot cards? Is that good?
We
I
have
got a
WoW
couple of
loot
these.
cards this evening.
Anyone want these?
We're gonna go ahead and
Yeah,
say
I got a couple WoW
yes.
loot cards too.
Just do the same version of thingy. Yeah. Yes.
What?
If you want WoW loot cards, please
Looks like
feel
people
free
want
to
them. Okay.
roll for him, Daniel.
Rolling.
Roland, while
Alright, I'll
he's
go ahead and roll.
rolling,
It's fine.
please feel free to join us next week where we have a super special guest that no one even knows yet.
Yeah,
So
it's so secret. I don't even know who it is yet.
and
so.
we may or may not have special announcements depending on the time of day and how the
how the
stars
moons
go.
and stars are aligned. Correct.
Yes, yes. And
Correct.
whether or not you mow the lawn.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. That was
So,
a terrible.
That's
terrible
about it then,
incident.
guys?
What?
Is that about it then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
that-
He's just giving away the WoW cards.
yeah,
So.
he was giving away the wild cards.
That's
so.
it. I'll give away. If you want the WoW card, just stay in chat. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the random number generator. I'll go ahead and take care of it in the chat. It's fine.
All right.
What
well,
the man says.
we will.
Join
Trying to
us
tell your
next
friends
week.
to come watch the show, but see, I think it's almost counterintuitive. Sometimes I think people don't tell their friends because then they have more of a chance of winning.
Oh, that's mean. I tweeted the hell out of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thrice.
All right.
Or
Thanks
more,
for coming,
many
guys.
more times, actually.
And we will see you next
we will
week.
see you next week. Come and see us.
Enjoy.
Click. There we go.